It seems like for the past 6 months, we have been talking about this year, 2024, being a break year, a hiatus year for Power Rangers. Well, a representative for Hasbro finally confirmed this. We're going to talk about it, break it down, hit that intro, Rangers.
You are watching the Fan Club.
You're watching the Fan Club.
And you're watching the Fan Club. Do you know what time it is?
And you know what time it is.
It's time for the Fan Club. Let's go. Hey!
I can't do this on my own, cause you know things ain't always sweet when you out here in these streets. But my morpher when it morphed, I made a fake one.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fan Club. It is your boy Brosnan in the building. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. This is a good one, and first of all, I have people I need to shout out for making this video happen because this is a piggyback video. I didn't come up with this idea on my own, and as a Power Rangers news guy, I talk about pretty much anything. There's going to be some videos I break, some things I come up with, and then sometimes, especially when the news cycle is slow, where we're gonna, take someone else's video and add our own 2 cents to it. The homie Heirloom put out a video today that said, Hasbro finally speaks out about Power Rangers. And in this video, he actually has a clip of an interview by a YouTuber by the name of Super Sorrel. Hope I got his name right. He sat down with Emily and Lenny from Hasbro, and even though she didn't really talk much about Power Rangers because there was not much to talk about, she did have this to say.
So at least for the time being, the Power Rangers, we're taking a little bit of time off from doing Power Rangers toys as we're kind of figuring out what's happening next with the brand. So kind of stay tuned for news on Power Rangers. Unfortunately, nothing else that we can add at this point.
As you guys just heard, it is confirmed like 150% at this point that we're not getting much for Power Rangers. Now, as you guys have seen, there are some third-party figures out there. You're going to be able to still get some Power Ranger toys if you want it, but the Lightning Collection looks like it's on a pause, and it could be a cancellation. It could be just taking a break to figure out what's going on with Power Rangers, and if we don't have any real toys that they're jumping into, that tells us we're not getting a show in 2024. I think there's a 1% chance at this point, and I was pretty optimistic. I knew that the chances were low. I mean, if you go back and watch our videos, I never wanted to get anyone's hopes up. I always like to set my expectations lower with Power Rangers because sometimes as fans, we expect a bunch. And last year for the 30th anniversary, I was happy with what we did because we got a couple things and it was decent. It was nice. We had over, I think it was 40, 50 figures. A bunch of stuff came out last year. Now, this is the year that I wish that we would have jumped into it. I mean, we had momentum. It kind of does suck. I see both sides because from Power Rangers' perspective with Hasbro, they want to change it up with the show. They're giving us all the signs. We know that this Jonathan Entwistle universe is going to be a completely new thing. At least that's what he said. We also know that the toys have had their fair share of issues when it comes to quality control. And if you're going to take a year off, you do it the year that there's no Power Rangers. You figure that out. Get everything back, and then hopefully in 1 year, a year from now, we have some news, we have a movie. Like, oh man, I would love to be one of the first people to tell you about some new news. You know, we keep our ears open, but there's not a lot of news right now. And one thing I did want to talk about too is because there's not a lot of news, we have reporters and leakers and people that have their ears to the streets, right? Like Toku Topics. And he has for years had a pretty good reputation of breaking news that is accurate, or at least in the realm. There can always be a detail here or there that changes, but most of the time, a lot of these leakers have been accurate. And Erlen brought up a good point that there is a fair share of fans out there that don't really believe anything until they get a confirmation from Hasbro. And sometimes there's fans out there that don't want to believe it unless it actually helps their cause of what they want, you know? And even in 2024 this year, I was hoping we would get something, but you can backtrack it. Once I figured out and heard what I heard was going on, I'm like, okay, this isn't great. Like, we didn't really know what we were going to do at first because this is our first year as the fan club with no Power Rangers show, but we're getting by. Somehow, we're still making views, we're getting subscribers, we're turning up, we're having a good time. So we're doing something right. I wish there was some Power Ranger news though, because if you go look, all of our great videos are when some Power Ranger news drops, man. We're one of the first people and we give you a decent opinion on it. So we're trying to give you guys a bunch of different content, and right now it's weird. So even if I'm not coming up with like an original video concept, I'm still gonna like watch other people's stuff, because I'm not only like a Power Ranger creator, but I'm a Power Ranger fan and I'm a Power Ranger YouTube fan. I watch all of the Power Ranger YouTubers, probably just as much as you guys do, from the big names to the medium names to the guys that got 500 subscribers. I like checking everybody out, honestly. And it is a really cool time to be a fan because we're going into a whole new era pretty soon. Things are changing and we don't know what's gonna happen. So yes, it's a scary thing, but I think it's also an exciting thing. The one real question that we still have for 2024 is, will we ever see Cosmic Fury toys? And even though when we first heard the release of the show, we thought for sure, like 100% chance we were going to get them, it seemed like every month that we didn't hear something about these toys, it went down 10%. And now we're at like a 10% chance. Like, I don't know what's going on. And the fact that they're not really working on the Lightning collection, they're not doing much with Power Ranger toys at all, according to that little clip we played. I think the Cosmic Fury toys might be an afterthought. I think they might be forgotten about, which kind of does suck because they put out this show and it would have been nice to have figures, even if it was just a smaller release like they did with the Dino Furies. They think their first wave, they released like 4 figures or something. It would have been really nice if we just could have got 2 waves of 4 figures. Just give us like 7 Rangers and a Morphin Master or something, or a Lord Zed, or I don't know. It would have been super cool, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know what's going on. I still heard through the grapevine that we were going to get these figures, and Simon Bennett, the showrunner of Power Rangers Cosmic Fury, said that Hasbro did have intentions for figures because they had input on the suits. And when you're making these suits, you want to make sure that they're good for the toys and they're sellable and you can actually make figures like the suits, right? So the fact that they had input on that makes you think that they were going to make some toys. I wonder what in the hell is happening. I would love to hear some more, but like usual, even the confirmation stuff we got about Power Rangers was just a small little 2-3 liner, nothing much. We're still in the dark, but we know we should not expect anything this year. Maybe some third-party stuff, but that's about it. What are your guys' thoughts? I got to shout out all of the fans out there that take the time out of their day to watch this channel. You guys are the real MVPs and the reason why we can continue to make content like this. Thank you again, and we will see you next time. Peace. I want to give a special shout out to the Gold Ranger members, the Arctic Operator, Roderick Ham, Papillon Oger, Salima Ramirez, Danny Nascimento, Stephen Heffelman, Chaos Draco, Thomas Franco, Ada Mae King Nick, Louis Cairns, Miguel Ortiz, and Sean Schiffer. Thank you guys so much for your support, and if you want a video shout out like this one, sign up to be a Gold Ranger member today. I just want to shout out all of the fans out there for taking the time out of their day to watch this content. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you can, please like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit that share button. And if you guys want to be a member, click that join button right now. We have a Blue Ranger membership that gets you into the exclusive fan chat Discord. Then we have the Gold Ranger membership. It gets you into the fan chat, but you also get a video shout out at the end of every video. I want to thank you guys again. If you can, sign up to be a member. We will see you next time. Peace.
Hi, we're Bulk and Skull. We have been requested by the fan club to say something funny.